Hey there, Blue Rockers and friends, it's Penny. Look at Penny girl. Look at her. She's so happy we're going to take a walk. We missed a couple days of walking. Now, if you're a kayak person, there's your paddling access. We're going to take a walk, though. Get away from, oh, that looks like our car. Come on, girlie. Okay, so the Louisville Loop, that's funny. That's my daddy's car. So here we are, taking our walk. Thank you, Blue Rockers, for joining. Here we are. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to head to the Limestone Gorge. We don't really care about going to the Cliff Center. It's just not an exciting walk, but here, this is going to take us on some really nice, you know, it's the cement trail, the asphalt, but that's fine because it's really good for little Penny. And once we get into the shaded area, she's going to feel a little better on her paws. But we're heading that way. Look at the nice little daisies. All sorts of neat terrain here. So the Louisville Loop here. Do not harm plants, disturb, feed animals, stay right. Okay. Let's keep going. We've been here a couple times. And we are checking things out to where, those are pretty, aren't they? And it's so funny because you always find these, the baby breasts, and they cost so much. When it's like, really? They're everywhere. And the clover, you gotta look for a 4-leaf clover when you're out here. How can you not? But we've checked out the different terrains, the different hiking trails. Where are you going, Penny girl? Just show you what Penny's doing. What are you thinking? You're not already tired, are you? You're not going to have me pick you up, are you? Oh no, we're going to do that today? Okay, well come on, girl. Let's go. The dirt trails, they're fun. I enjoy those for myself. I'm sorry, I got to turn around again. Penny's becoming a child, I guess. Come on, little girl. Where'd my paratrooper go? But this is also the time of year for ticks. And I just don't, I'm sorry, I know I'm better educated than that, you know? I don't want to deal with it. They're nasty. Chiggers and all that stuff. Unless you really have to do it, don't. You know, you go on these types of things and camping and stuff like that, and you know, that's one thing. And you know, and it happens. But when you go through something that was a nest of them, like I did, it really shies you away. And it was over when I was at Waverly Hills Sanitarium. Tomato. When I was there, I was taken around to the outside areas. It wasn't the building itself. You know, that's got other little creepy crawly things. But outside in the area where they're going to do a lot of really neat work with the place. Just, you know, it's in the woods, and just happened to, obviously, myself walked into a nest of chiggers. Yeah, there were ticks, but it was these chiggers all over my body, and something else that some people call specks. Somebody else called it something else, a turkey something. It looks like little specks on your body. They just get on you and burrow in. And they just have the time of their life. And you just feel like you're eaten alive. I mean, we went to Outback Steakhouse afterwards. And I remember sitting there just going, man, I feel like things are crawling all over my body, you know. And people laugh, oh, you know, that's what Waverly does to you. No. Things were crawling all over my body. I mean, I had to get actual medication because of... there was so much on me. It was terrible. I've never seen anything like it. Even when I looked at pictures on Google, I should have been one of those extreme pictures on there. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. Well, anyway, here's the trail. The new one, and I like it already. It's in the woods. There's shade. You can see what the running creek would look like if there was some rain. We haven't had rain in a little bit. Thank you, God. I'm fine with that. It's nice when we do, but you know, you're in Kentucky, it rains a lot and it's dark. cloudy days. So I like, it's okay when we don't have it. I know we will. So Penny's not as springy and happy as before. And maybe it's because of the incline. This is a slow and coiling incline. And that's why I thought it'd be good to start here, go up, and then it'd be nice to come back down, as opposed to the other way. You know, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart when you're hiking or walking or biking. I haven't biked in a long time. I really miss that. I gotta get a good bike. I sold my bike. I had a really nice bike at one point that I had gotten for one of my birthdays, and I sold it. And I shouldn't have. I really like that bike. I should not have done that. I don't know what came over me. Sold a really nice metal detector I had too. Mini lab. I don't know what came over me. You know, and I sold my SL500. I don't really know what came over me. So, just want to say hi to everybody. Let you know what myself and little Penny dragging along this time. Very surprised. That's okay. I'll pick her up at one point. She's light. She's a little lightweight. Her little tongue out. Don't worry, I got water for her. And I've got cheese. She likes cheese. Dog that likes cheese. And she likes the good stuff too. Yep. Should have kept her on craft. You know, now she's got to have, you know, little Culinary Institute of America picks. She's a good girl. I hope that it's still going, and I hope that you guys are leaving comments. What's bad is when you do a live stream like this, the sun is out, so you can't see the screen. So if you are saying something, I'm missing it. But the thing is, what I don't like is, darn it, when I go back to look at it, I don't see the chat. And I want to see the chat. I want to be able to comment back and say thank you, or delete you if you're being a jerk. But Blue Rockers, you are not that way, and I appreciate that. But do people, you know, there are people that cut in and do that kind of stuff. Oh, there's Poopy. Let's go the other way. You know, these dogs, they want to get up there. What is that? Who is that? This leads us up to that nice gorge. So last night I was on Coast to Coast and did the alien show. Talked about the Star Child skull is a child, a male 5-year-old child with abnormalities. And they feel confident. They don't need to do any more testing. I got people that wrote me and said, "Nah, I don't know about that. I don't think that's true." Well, I gotta tell you, you know, I had that thing in my house. Stayed with me a couple days. And not to say that I wouldn't feel it if there was something, but I never got a bad vibe or some vibe that just, you know, anything negative. I didn't really get anything. I'm gonna turn this thing so you can see us. It might be boring the other way. Might be boring seeing us. Uh-oh, I thought I saw a 4-leaf, baby. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna turn around for you. Okay, that's the finish button. We don't want that. Here we go. There we go. Oh, now Penny's walking ahead of me. There you go. Hope you got Penny in the shot there too. So, I don't think there's, I think they found out what they needed with the Star Child, you know? And it's good, you know, you can put something to rest and go from there. It is very unique, and it'd be nice for that skull to go back to where it should be, you know? Could you imagine if that was your child? So, I think it's a good thing. It's got to be boring. Let's let you see the other. She did my little girl down there. Let's turn back around for you. There we go. But then we got to talk to Derek Tyler And wow, what a treat, huh? I gotta tell you, when I'm on the air, it's fun to get the feedback of what people think while it's happening, you know? And years ago, back in radio, when I was doing music radio, which I was lucky enough that I did well enough that I could talk a little more than most, probably because my numbers were good, so they didn't really say too much to me, and I was a midday personality in music radio, so to talk a little more is very unusual. But, you know, when you got the numbers, you can do those kinds of things, and I appreciate that I got that support. But back then, we didn't have Facebook and people tweeting and twittering and twiddly-dee and all that kind of junk, you know, and you didn't get the immediate feedback. You had to trust your gut. And that's one of the things that I believe made me successful and other people successful, is we were able to kind of detect what was going on as we spoke. It's a live medium, you know, so you do get the instant feedback, and I do believe you feel it pretty quickly, immediately. And there's people that don't have that, of course, and then when you do TV, it's very hard to tell. A lot of TV's taped, but when you got the live TV, you can feel it too. So you really do feel that state of consciousness with people and how they feel pretty immediately. And I've always trusted that. Even when it was something bad that I could not change at all, I had to deal with it, and it wasn't fun, and things didn't turn out right. So, you know, again, I was getting the right feedback. But nowadays, when people can just throw dirtball messages at you, I mean, usually the positive ones, I mean, they'll come. And he's found something. Uh-oh, what do you got, girl? What do you got, chick? Oh, no, okay. You feel good about it? You investigated enough? You know, usually the good things, people just accept that they enjoyed it, and they're thankful, and they move on. You know, they don't think twice about having to get a hold of someone and saying, oh, thank you, that was wonderful. It's nice when people do, let me tell you that. Let's look at little Penny a little bit. I know this thing's too big for her, but she's so tiny. I gotta find a smaller one. It's not easy with this little thing. But the negative people can be very quick to judge and just throw stuff out. And they'll say something about one word that you've said once and act as though it's something you've said all the time. They take that out of context anyway. But you know, that's boring to talk about. It's just something that affects me, it bothers me, I don't like it because it's there and I know it. But it is what it is. And last night I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a lot of that. Well, I started kind of getting some before the show. And I thought, oh geez, I'm not even going to look. So you know what? I didn't even look. Didn't even look during the show. There was a couple times I got a brief look because I was talking to, you know, chatting to Derek a little bit. And I had to find some other things that, you know, George leaves me notes. And I had to make sure I was covering those notes. Hey there. I think there was a nice smile there. Maybe not, but most people don't like to be taped while they're doing stuff. So I saw a couple things, and I just did everything I could not to look. I got home after the show. I mean, I felt good about it. You know, Derek is so enthusiastic about his stuff that he just keeps going and going, and I was like, Derek, pull back, man. Let me get a little deeper in this. You know, you just said 20 very fantastic things, and I want to talk about the second, third, and 18th thing that you said a little deeper. Let's go back. I would try to wait till he took a breath to jump in. I didn't want to mess up his role or his enthusiasm, but I wanted to go deeper. And he understood that. He knew. He said that out of all his life and all the, you know, as a musician and all sorts of things that he's done, and even talking to some pretty powerful people. He said he's never been so nervous except going on the coast. But I hope that I helped relax him a little bit, I hope, and, you know, it was funny to hear him say that. Oh, Penny found something else. Maybe she's going to take a little leak herself. Or she's smelling where someone else did, these nasty dogs. Penny, no, come on, little girl, no, sweetie. What is that about with dogs? She found a little pooper, and she wanted to rub herself on it. Gross, Penny. It's not very romantic of you. So anyway, this morning I finally looked at the emails and text, and you know, they were very nice. They were very good. They were very nice. They were very positive. You know, you're always going to get the bad ones, but the ones that I got that were kind of negative were just people that you could tell they didn't care about the subject in the first place. It wasn't like they were ripping me apart or ripping him apart. I appreciate that, because people will go for your jugular. I'm telling you. That's not fun. I remember calling up George Norrie and saying, "Hey, man, how do you deal with this?" Because, you know, I know he gets it way far worse than I do. Man, so he gave me his advice, and I appreciate that. So we're going to enjoy our walk together, and I'm going to make sure that Penny doesn't get, oh, we got a biker there. Hey, make sure Penny doesn't get into any more feces. Blah. Penny, you're such a sweet little thing. What was that all about? And I appreciate that you guys have hung out with me. So back to more interviews and more research with people, and hopefully some really neat things coming in the future that I can tell you about when it happens. I'm learning to not say anything before they happen, because they either get taken away or they don't happen and the excitement's for nothing. So I'm just going to hold it all in and hopefully get to surprise you with some really neat things. I'm going to see if I can see some of these comments. My dog rolls in it. I feel your pain. Isn't that terrible? Good show. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. 1.4K. Hey, Kev. Okay, I think there's, and then, let's see. Hi, Connie, good show last night. Remember in Kentucky, it's all about uphill, at least what my dad, oh, then it faded away. Oh, it faded away. At least what my dad said going to school. Yeah, our parents were the parents that went to school. They walked 20 miles uphill both ways kind of people. Well, here we are. And by the way, the last trail I was on, there was maybe one area of signs of like maybe Bigfoot type signs, maybe. I don't feel much action, but oops, Penny, I'm sorry, you getting excited? She's going all over the place. What's going on, chick? Okay, well, say goodbye to everybody. Okay, let's go. Lead the way, baby. She's not quite sure enough yet to do that. Well, thanks, everybody. I'm glad you enjoyed the show, and I appreciate that you guys are blue rockers and you're there with me at all times. I don't know if I'll go on Facebook with this. I think it's just fine to accumulate the people here. Any more Bigfoot shows? She needs some water. Yeah, you know, I just gave her some right before. She just wanted a little bit, and then I'll stop at another point, and she just doesn't really care to get it, even though I'll do my best to give it to her. She had 9 teeth pulled, so a lot of when you see her tongue out is from that. Little girl. They say she's 8 years old. Aww. She seems like a puppy, and I love her to death. Well, like I said, I'm going to get back to it. Thank you so much. Yeah, the vet said possibly 8. I think she was a rescue dog. My brother's girlfriend's kid, I guess, is who got her, but I'm always with her. So she's definitely the family, without a doubt. She's wonderful. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, the name went away. Darn it. I don't know how to, darn it. Oh no, I lost the picture. This is a little tiny iPhone. Keep up the good work. Thank you, guys. Message deleted by Devin. Well, darn it. What did you delete, dude? Poor Penny. Penny's good. She's good, everybody. She's good. Nobody takes care of her better than me. I tell you that. I love that little girl. She's bad. Don't be no poor Penny and Penny. Poor Penny. Look at you, Penny. Everybody says poor Penny. She is totally fine. In fact, in about 5 minutes, I'll probably be carrying her. And she may or may not let me. Anyway, I'll talk to everybody later. We got more to go, and we're heading up to that really cool gorge. So I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks, everybody. And I appreciate that you like the show. Bye. Yes, more Bigfoot stuff's coming. Yes, more cool stuff's coming. I promise. Bye.